If you've been locked into these Philadelphia Flyers playoff games, you already know the stress, the pacing, the yelling at the TV, it's working up an appetite. Like second round energy, maybe? We're not casually snacking anymore. We need real food. And for me, that's always Luigi's Pizza Fresca, aka home of the blue pizza. I'm talking game on, everyone's posted up, group chat is going off. You need something that actually hits every time. Pizza, pasta, full spreads, they do it all. And if you're hosting a watch party, say less. Their catering is so good and makes your life 10 times easier. No stress, just vibes and hockey. They're open 7 days a week. The Marlton location is always a go-to, and it never misses. And don't forget, if you stop in, mention Pinned Up and Burnt Out for 15% off your order. Because let's be real, Flyers playoffs chaos and Luigi's Pizza Fresca is exactly what we're doing right now.
Hi, Lauren. How are you?
Hello there. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm
so
so
honored.
happy to have you. Oh my gosh. This has been a long time coming. For anyone that doesn't know, Lauren and I have known each other a very long time. Do you want to tell the story a little bit about how we met?
Yes. So we met in hair school going almost like 10 years ago.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. And we both were from like different towns, different areas, and hair school kind of like brought us together. We probably would have never known each other without going there, you know? So
Yeah.
it's insane. Yeah. And then we first met. Once we got onto the floor in hair school, we met. You have to like kind of be in the classroom for a little bit. And then you get like thrown into working hands on with people. And then all our classes combined. So that's kind of when we met. And yeah, I love
Yeah.
it.
I just realized I asked you that question, but I didn't have you like introduce yourself. So tell the people who
Yeah.
you are, where you're from, what you
Okay.
do.
So I'm Lauren Hunsinger, and I'm a holistic hairstylist. I pretty much use like all organic products, all plant-based products. So I'm a little bit different than the regular hairstylist. I work with lots of people that have underlying conditions like post-cancer patients, people that have psoriasis or different things like that. I use all like plant-based products. And right now I'm based outside of Runnymede, New Jersey, but I'm from like Williamstown area. So yeah, I'm local and I've been open for about 4 years now. It's been going really well for myself, but we've both been doing hair for a long time now.
I
Yeah.
remember when you started with your first little studio and you were like, oh, I have these big dreams and I just want to put it all in front of me. And I watched you do
Yes.
that from the ground up. So
Oh
shout
yeah,
out
yeah.
to you because
Yes.
you did the damn thing.
Thank you. Thank you. You too. And like we both are in, in two different categories, but we both kind of paved the way for ourselves. I feel like from the very beginning, we just have that drive in us, I feel like, which is great.
What made you jump into cosmetology? What was the reason that you opted to go to hair school versus going to a 4-year college?
I always was into the arts. I always used to draw when I was younger and do different things like that. I was always in art school. I did a little bit of like choir. I was never into any sports or anything like that. That was not my forte. I just had to figure out how to kind of involve art in what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do with it, but I knew I wanted to do something. So I always was doing makeup when I was young and hair ever since I was little. So it kind of was always there, you know? And then when I got older, I was like, let me just full on take this on and do it full time. That's the best thing I can do.
You were one of the few
So,
people in hair school that I trusted with my hair. If I needed a
yeah.
blowout, we go to Lauren. If I needed my color done, we go to Lauren. And
Yes.
now, if I have extensions that are falling out that I need help with, I'm calling Lauren like, hey girl, I need you.
I'm always there, girl. I'm always there, but I strive to keep learning and I try to do, everything I can. I try to expand. It's always been my goal. It's
What
big.
would you say, like right now, is your favorite service that you offer? Because you offer a lot of different things.
Color corrections, which a lot of people do not like.
That's my worst nightmare. My worst nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. That's like what no one wants, you know? But I love a full transformation from beginning to end. I want to take the worst thing and I want to give them the best thing that they can possibly get. So, and I love a challenge. It's very rewarding doing that more than anything.
Has there ever been a client that's come to you with a color correction that you genuinely were like, I don't even know where to begin? How do you handle that situation?
I don't think so because I definitely put it in my head like I know that I'm going to make them look way better than what they look like right now because it's a disaster.
Yeah.
So I think about that and then it gets me through it because I know I'm going to help them no matter what. They look awful right now and
Yeah.
from the start. So I tell myself that and then I think step by step, what am I going to do? Like let's take a step back and let's like think, you know. Sometimes I write things out on like a notepad too because I'm super visual. We just persevere. We persevere. We do a lot of like I do lots of stripping with the color at first. We strip and then we put things back on. So try to like work smarter, not harder. If something's really messed up,
Yeah.
you know.
Did you think you were going to be doing color corrections full time, or did you think that you were just going to be in a full service salon with a million other people, kind of just in the back hanging?
No,
Like, what was your vision there when we graduated?
I definitely knew that I was going to do lots of different things. I definitely knew that I wasn't going to just do hair color or hair cutting because I knew I worked in salons where the older hairstylists would just cut hair and they wouldn't color, or somebody would just color and not cut at all, you know?
Mhm.
So there's people that do different things. So I wanted to make sure that I could do everything.
One
Yeah.
stop shop. We love
One stop shop. I
it.
know. I love it. Your business and everything is going so well. I'm so proud of
Oh,
you and how
thank you.
and all your stuff because you've always been talented in what you do since day one. And
Thank
now,
you.
ever since hair school, you're like, this is what I want to do. I'm not doing anything else. This is it. I'm
Yeah.
staying true to what I want to do. And you just ran with it. I love that.
I've talked on the pod a lot about how in cosmetology school I was the one that usually got past the prom girls, but you saw that firsthand of the
Yeah,
brides and the prom girls coming in and being like, I need an updo, and it's like, okay, well, Megan and Cassidy are over there.
right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's the go-to girls for
Whereas
sure.
pretty much any other service, I was like, Lauren, give them to
Yeah,
Lauren, give them
I
to
got
Lauren.
you.
How would you say, since you've been in both a full service salon and you've created your own full service suite, what would you say the biggest difference is? Like doing it all on your own versus being in a full service salon where other people are running the business side of things?
Throughout the past 5 years, I guess a lot of us hairstylists realize that working for these big companies is not all what it seems, you know? They really do take a lot from us. And there's lots of different personalities when you're working in a big atmosphere. The overhead, sometimes they get iffy with different things. Hairstylists aren't making as much as you think working for somebody else in a big shop. And it's definitely rough. It gets very catty for sure. If you're working in a good place, it's going to be catty for
Yeah.
sure.
It always kind of,
So,
I mean, not that I
you
was in a
know,
full service salon for a very long time, but it always kind of felt like high school 2.0.
yeah,
Everyone had their own little cliques. There were a lot of people that were not very nice. There were
no,
people who, their daddy told them that they either had to go to college or pick a trade, and they thought, well, I can do hair. Like, how
right.
hard can it be? Let me just do that. And then 3 weeks into the program, they're calling their dad on lunch break, like, get me out of here.
Exactly. Working in the salon is definitely like lots of personalities, lots of overhead. Yeah, and you're not getting as much benefits from things. And then working by yourself, I mean, you definitely have to have your own clientele built up before you do it to be able to make it for sure. But if you have that, then it's great. You know, there's no other personalities mixing, it's just yourself. You're your
Mhm.
own boss. You can do whatever you want. It's more calm. I think a lot of my clients enjoy it because it's a one-on-one experience. They don't feel like they're just a number juggled around waiting, and it's very noisy in a big salon. So I think it's a very calm work atmosphere for me. It's very calm for my clients, and it's nice. I love to travel and I love to have a social life and to be able to do things. So it's great for me because I can make my own schedule.
Mhm.
So yeah, hairstylists usually are fit to work Friday through Sunday all weekend long and all week long and no breaks. But yeah, it's different when you have your own thing. It's good. It's
It's
like well
definitely a
styled.
luxury that people don't talk about,
Yeah,
for
right.
sure.
Yeah, making your own schedule, being your own boss. Yep.
Like I said, you've kind of done it all. You've been in a full service salon, you've started your own business, and you've run with that.
I have a big following. I mean,
Yeah,
it's pretty big, you know. I mean, I
yeah,
be consistent, you know, really
yeah.
consistent people.
I'm going to
Yeah.
pivot a little bit. Instead of asking that specific of a question, I'm going to
Mhm.
say, how has social media impacted your career? Because I feel like when
Okay.
you're in like a full service salon versus like doing it on your own, like if you're in a full service salon, I feel like more times than not, they're like, oh yeah, you should be posting, but like there's not somebody like getting on you about it. Whereas like
Mhm.
being the business owner, you have to.
Right.
So, how has social media impacted your career over the last few years, going from, full service salon to running your own business?
I feel like social media definitely has impacted me a lot. Reviews are very big, you know. Posting is very big and posting your schedule and availability and being consistent, especially with what I do because it is so different. I want to make sure I get the organic color out there and people know what it is. So it is a really big thing. Definitely word of mouth is bigger for me than social media. I feel that's the biggest thing for me is just word of mouth and one person to another. And my integrity builds more from that more than social media, but I still try to be consistent with posting at least a few times a week just to keep my page updated and stuff like that. I think it's important. I definitely think once you get started, you can kind of let off a little bit with it, but you should keep up with it. But in the beginning, especially. I mean, it's important to post to
Yeah.
be able to get clients to build your book.
It's definitely
Yeah.
hard in the beginning. I remember when we were in cosmetology school and they're like, oh yeah, like it's all about getting the right angles and the right lighting. And we're just like, what? We didn't understand. But
Right.
now that we're the stylists and we're in their shoes, I kind of get it now. All the
Yeah.
things start to click. And when they said to go near natural lighting, it was because you can show off this and that. And that is a lot easier than trying to take a picture on an iPhone in a dark corner of a space. You're never going to be able to show all the work and effort and feeling behind the hair
Yeah.
without capturing it the right way. And I feel like
Yeah.
that's something that a lot of people struggle with, that we talk about it a lot with the people that come on that I interview, about how social media in itself has changed so much over the last couple of years, but
Oh, yeah.
specifically for people who have become independent artists and just how that has shaped their career a little bit differently. One thing that I love about you is that you have always been the OG girl. Literally any person that's like, "Oh, Cassidy, do you do men's cuts yet?" I'm like, "No, here's Lauren's phone number."
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me $1 million to learn how to do men's cuts. I wouldn't do it. It's just
Yeah.
not, no. The passion's not there for me, whereas it definitely is for you. And I feel like it very much shows through your work. Everything you do, color, cuts,
Thank you.
extensions, everything. It's all so beautiful.
I appreciate it. The men's cuts, I started off cutting my fiance's hair when we were young. That's how I started because he didn't like how his hair was cut. So I was like, all right, I'll learn how to do it. And I was kind of dabbling into doing hair and stuff like that back then, but I didn't want to do it full time or anything like that yet. But I started cutting his hair and then I was like, all right, I'm pretty good at this. I can get in with this, you know? And then getting into hair school, I learned from a few people in there really how to like cut men's hair, you know, and men's hairstyling and bald fading and the fades and beards and then
Yeah,
I kind of took off from there and I started doing all the men in his family and friends and people like that. So I mean, I'm happy that I learned how to do it and I learned how to do it to start because it is very intimidating. It's
yeah.
extremely intimidating to like get into it.
Because if
But
you accidentally cut too much hair off of a man, you
yeah.
can't disguise it. With a woman, it's
No.
like maybe you mess up layers or something. You're like, there's other ways to fix it or to like
Right.
make it blend better. Fake it till you make it, Like there's
Right.
ways to make it happen. But with a guy who's getting a fade and they're getting it so low down, oh my God, that's my worst nightmare.
Yeah, it is terrifying. It is terrifying, but it's good to know how to do everything. I wanted to try to keep all my options open and learn how to do every category.
So you talked about your organic color line and some of the other organic products that you carry in your shop. Can you talk to us about the products and what makes them better than some of the other ones that we can find at the drugstore and even some salon professional stores?
Yes. So my hair color is called Original Mineral and it comes from Australia and it's all organic and it's ammonia free, which is the main cancer causing agent in all hair color. And it's nothing like box dye, nothing like anything that these other hairdressers use. And like I said, I use it in a lot of like post cancer patients, people that have psoriasis, scalp conditions. My hair color is free of all harsh chemicals, free of parabens, PPD, which is like another really crazy chemical. It's like really bad for you. All these things are cancer causing. So my hair color doesn't have anything like that in it at all. So it's definitely way different. It's very costly, but I don't mind it at all. And I got into all this because I'm very sensitive to things myself. Working in a salon when I was younger, I got a rash on me that spread, and then I figured out that it was contact dermatitis and that it was from the hair color that I was using in the salons. So I needed to make a change. And that was like 5 years ago before a lot of this organic food and different things started coming out. I'm happy that it's clean for me and it's clean for my clients. And I don't have people breaking out or anything from this stuff. So definitely sets me apart from the rest. This hair color is really, really good. It has no smell, has no sensation, anything. It's really cool.
That's like the future of color, or it
It
should be
is.
at least.
It should be. It should be. We're going into a more organic world. Lots of people are eating cleaner, and it was ahead of its time, like a long time ago. Now it's kind of taken off more in the past few years.
So talk to me a little bit about the process from transitioning from a full service salon into your own suite. Were there any moments where you felt like you were kind of hitting walls and like, oh, I don't know if I could do this?
Definitely the in between phases of like quitting and then starting to open up my own place. There was a time it was rough, but I persevered. I knew that I had a vision. I knew that I was very authentic with this stuff, and not a lot of people were at the time. And I had a lot of clients that wanted that when they wanted this color and they wanted authenticity. They followed me. That kind of helped me. Like these people that kind of held on to me throughout that hard time because I went through a lot in the hair salons for sure with this stuff. So, and I really was passionate about this hair color and nobody else was. So I went out on my own. The first year, yeah, it was rough because I knew I wanted to own my own place, but I had to kind of work, for myself a little bit and work up to that. But I mean, it was hard in the beginning, but I got through it. I got through it with the help of my clients.
So what would you say you did during that time to kind of keep yourself balanced and feeling like you could tackle, starting a business from the ground up and doing it all yourself?
I just tried to get as many clients as I could. I just tried to build up my business as much as I could. I cut prices a lot in the beginning with stuff. Like I cut my prices a lot. Organic color usually goes for more. So I had to cut my prices down and kind of be where everybody else was, but give them a better quality hair color. So that got me by for a little bit too.
You kind of had to meet people where they were.
Yeah, like you have to be generous in the beginning when you're just starting out. You have to cut your prices a little bit, do favors for family, do favors for
Yeah.
friends, because that's going to get you far. Because then you do that, and then they're like, all right, I'm going to support you now. I see your work. Now I'm going to pay full price. I got you. I
Yeah.
always was about that, respecting my clients too.
Outside of the hair world, is there anything that you do in your free time that keeps you balanced?
I like to be in tune with nature. I mean, I love yoga. I love meditation. I love taking walks. I love working outside. I love just sitting outside. I love listening to music and being around good friends and family and just relaxation. I like to definitely relax on my free time for sure. I don't really have any hobbies per se. Like I said, I was never really into sports or anything crazy like that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you're a cat mom.
yes, I'm definitely a cat mom. Yeah, I love to cuddle up with my kitty and I love to watch, reality TV. I got into all that stuff. So, as we all do.
What's your favorite reality TV show right now?
God, there's so many. Euphoria is not reality TV, but Euphoria is back, which I love that.
Yes.
And
Did
I
you watch
love
the new episode last night?
Yes,
Yeah.
Euphoria.
The
Yes.
wedding.
Yeah, Euphoria is very crazy. It's very intense stuff going on with that show, but I'm into it. I like all that stuff. I like all the action. And then Love is Blind.
Okay.
Love is Blind.
Yeah,
Love is Blind.
I just worked with one of the winners from one of the previous seasons of Love is Blind. Hannah Wright.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, she was very sweet. I didn't personally do her service
okay.
at Fashion Week, but I did get to meet her and she was an absolute sweetheart. Like a
Oh,
lot
that's
of these people
awesome.
are just so normal and just like us
Yeah,
and
they are. Yeah,
you know.
they just go and they audition and then they're just on it. It's crazy. But I think
Yeah.
Love is Blind is definitely very authentic. I can feel like it's definitely like a real experience for them. I mean, they're talking through a wall. So
Yeah,
I mean,
crazy.
that's gotta be real for you.
Yeah, it's kind of unhinged to be honest.
Yeah.
Like to think about it, so it's a little unhinged.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could ever do that.
No.
But speaking of unhinged things, because
Yeah.
obviously we go way back and this goes way further than just doing hair.
Yes, yes,
Part of the
yes.
reason why I wanted to bring you on was because we kind of grew up together and kind
Yeah.
of found our footing together separately and
Yes.
in our own ways. But I love that now, as you know, we're pushing 30, which is a little
Hmm.
scary.
Hmm.
But, now getting closer to like being in our 30s and knowing that we still have the friendship that we do. We've been through a lot of things together. So,
Yes.
what is the most unhinged thing that we've ever done together?
All right. Well, probably when we were younger, there was a place. I don't know if I should say the name of the place because honestly, they were
They
doing some
closed.
very they were doing some very illegal stuff there at this club. I took Cassidy when we were younger. I had this friend and she was crazy, one of my childhood friends. She was a partier and she was very unhinged, we'll say. So
Mhm.
we went out to Philly. There was this place that we could get into underage without an ID. So
Which
we,
is so funny
which
because
is
like I didn't go to college, so like I didn't have like the partying years. I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
no, I was like, Cassidy, we're gonna come get you, girl. We're gonna go out. So Cassidy went out with me and my one childhood friend, and she was crazy. We went to this place, yeah, underage. We got in. You paid $20 to get in, and they let you in without an ID, and they gave you little Dixie cups to drink out of, drinks that were all liquor. And we were just having the time of our lives at this freaking place.
Yeah.
That was definitely a very interesting night. Yeah, we definitely were dancing. It just got a little crazy.
Oh my
The
God.
Uber was, everybody was getting sick and falling all over the lawn, and
Yeah.
yeah, I was definitely not okay. I will say. That friend I went with, she used to get me going, and that was the problem. We were pre-gaming a little too hard, and then yeah, and
So
of course
funny.
underage. I don't even know how old we
I
were,
don't even think
like
when we went there,
16, 17. I think we were very young.
yeah.
We were
We
very
were, I mean, yeah, we were definitely not supposed to be there. But
no,
I
we
don't
weren't
even
supposed to
think
be there.
I really don't think that the security guard at the front door read my ID. I think he just quickly glanced at it and just handed it right back to me.
Because when you give the cash, that was how you got in. You gave them the 20. They looked at it just for because the camera was watching them. So they
Hmm.
just gave you a little look, okay, and you're allowed in. But yeah,
Yeah.
we were there. I don't even know, hours and hours and hours dancing and drinking and dancing and drinking.
Yeah.
We went outside and came back, and then we're like, we got to get the frig out of here. And probably took an
So
Uber,
funny.
maybe for like the first time in our lives. Who knows? From a
Yeah, because we
bar.
were young. Like
We
we
were
were like,
young.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know
Yeah.
what happened. I think maybe I got sick and then we were rinsing off the car with a hose or something.
Yeah,
We were rinsing
I'm
off the
pretty
car with the hose, the guy, and we were like, "I'm so sorry, sir. We're
yeah.
so sorry, sir."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like you were good up until the last 5 minutes in the Uber.
Yeah.
And you were like, I need my window down. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm
that
trying
sounds
to
about
think.
right.
That night was crazy, but I'm trying to think like if there was anything that like stuck out to me. Honestly, all I remember
Just
is
dancing and being outside and on the side on the
yeah, we like
curb in
walked
Philly.
outside. We were like making friends with people that were outside and We just are like social butterflies, especially when
Social
we're together. Because
butterflies.
like we'll
Right.
meet some random person in a bathroom and walk out knowing their entire life story and where
Oh
they get their
God.
hair done, when they're coming to see us. You
Exactly.
are very much like me in that sense.
For sure, for sure. But
Funny enough, the other day I got an inquiry from somebody that I met at Xfinity Live
oh
in
my
Philly,
gosh.
which is now stateside, and
Right.
her inquiry to me was, "Hi, Cassidy. I don't know if you remember me, but you stopped me once I got off the bull at PBR at Xfinity and told me that I had phenomenal hair. And when the day came that I ended up getting married, that you called dibs." And she was like, "So I'm like,
Wow.
giving you the opportunity. Like, are you available? Because I'd love it if you did my hair." And I
Ah,
knew exactly who it was. I met this girl 3, 4 years ago.
wow.
Totally random. She followed me on Instagram. That's why I think social media is so important, because you meet people outside of your inner circle
Yeah.
and you never know who could be a potential client.
No,
Every
you
time
never
you walk
know.
out the door, you are networking for
Yeah,
yourself.
you
And
have to
there's,
you have to send out your Instagram to people. You have to, when you're out, even if you're out at a bar or a restaurant or out with your friends, like
Mhm.
just share your Instagram, share your QR codes.
Yeah,
Doing all that is super duper important. And business cards. I mean, I love
yeah,
business cards. I love an old school business card. I have a little thing with me at all times, a little pouch, and when I go out, I just pop, 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 give them to
yeah.
everybody. And
I switched to a digital business card because I felt like I was buying so many every year.
yes,
Um,
digital is good too. I
but
have a
the
digital
digital
one
ones,
too.
they're nice because you can just add your contact into a person's phone and they can do the
Yes.
same. So it kind of
Yes.
takes out the middleman or that extra time in between of having to do it all.
Right. I have a QR code on my business card that
Oh, nice.
brings
Where
you
they can go
to
to
the digital
everybody.
business card. Yeah.
That's awesome. What's something that you have gone through that you don't give yourself enough credit for?
I guess just overcoming my childhood and, just building my own business and building my own life in my own home and doing all that from a young age and giving myself stability that my parents did not have and like some of them like still don't have to this day. So I definitely give myself a lot of credit for being better than my parents. So
Yeah.
we all want to get out of that cycle and be better than our family, so I can
Yeah.
say that I've already done that, which is great. I don't give myself enough credit for that.
You
And
definitely worked your ass off, so you
yeah.
should give yourself all the credit for that.
yes, yes.
Is there anything that I have been through that you've seen firsthand that you think I don't give myself enough credit for?
Being a single mom and going through all that in the very beginning and, feeling like it was the end of the world and that you weren't going to overcome it. I felt like that dark time, that period, you have gotten through that, like you're in a way better position now, even though, you still feel you want to do things and do more, but you've come so far now, than where you were in the beginning. So I feel like you're out of that like dark hole now. You're
Yeah.
definitely not where you
Good.
used to be mentally. You're not in that place. And you look happier. You
Oh,
seem you
thank you.
seem you seem so happy. So I can see that yeah, you don't give yourself enough credit for that. For being a
Well,
great mom and holding it together.
thank you.
Yes.
If our lives were a reality TV show, what would it be called?
I feel like literally your podcast name.
Pinned Up and Burnt Out? I
Like a
mean,
great reality TV show about
yeah,
hairdressers. Like literally, I mean, even your podcast name, but like I feel like that's a great like
yeah,
reality TV show about hairstylists. Like
yeah,
I mean, that's literally like chaotic and like
mhm,
crazy and burnt out, girl.
yeah,
like
yeah. It's so
honestly.
easy. Oh my gosh. What's a trend that I was obsessed with that should have never happened?
um I guess the bangs.
The
The
bag.
bangs. And like the heavy bang.
Mm-hmm.
Like not like wispy bang, like cute, like fringe, like
No.
now. Like the hard, like yeah.
Yeah. I thought I was going for a Zoe Deschanel bang, but
Mhm.
honestly, it was just giving Tina from Bob's Burgers. We've moved on.
That's okay.
But it was definitely giving
It
Ugly
was
Betty.
giving, yeah. It's all
Yeah.
right though. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's
That
okay.
was, truthfully, I think that was the only thing that I really experimented with in cosmetology school. I didn't let
Mhm.
anybody chop my hair because at the time I used to wear my hair natural and curly,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was pretty long. I let them do like a couple haircuts here and there, but we had this one teacher at Missouri that insisted on giving everyone a bob. I was not going to be one of those people. Lauren was not going to be one of those people.
No, no,
Lauren, that's when you started to do your
no.
hair color different, right?
Yes. So yeah, in hair school, I wanted this color so bad. And the one teacher, she was like, "You're never gonna get that color. You're never gonna get that color unless you bleach your hair." And I'm like, no, no way. I'm like, it's darker. Because my natural hair color is really light. Like it's a really light brown, like a honey brown. So I was like, what? So then we colored it in hair school and it came out like a brownish red, like a brown red. And I was like, this is not what I wanted, like a mahogany color. And then
Hmm.
I had my friend's dad do it, and that came out like almost jet black. Like it was too dark. And I was like, oh my God, no. So then I asked this one hairdresser at this place I worked. I was like, can you please give me this like plum color? And he mixed stuff together and he told me what he mixed and he did it. And I was like, wow. I was like, I like this. And he actually did kind of do like a bleach bath to it at first. Like he kind of brightened it up a little bit. And I was like, does it need this? But I don't know. I don't bleach it now. I use the same thing that he always used. I kind of tweak it myself, but I do the same thing. Still to this day, 7 years,
Crazy.
7, 8 years later, I'm still doing the same hair color. But ever since I got the formula, I haven't
Yeah.
stopped. I haven't stopped,
You
and I
had like the plankton moment, like the formula moment.
the formula. Yes, exactly. I said I'm gonna run with this forever, and that's that until I get grays because I'm not using permanent color. So
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll figure out a new formula.
What's something that I do in our friendship that other people might not understand? But we have a general understanding.
Right, right, right. I don't know. I feel like we've known each other for a really long time, but we don't talk every single day or every single week per se. But like we know that we're friends. We have a very mature adult friendship, and I feel like you were always very mature. I was always very mature at a very young age, and we gravitated towards each other with that. So we just always had like a good friendship and a good connection. So I feel like it's carried us through the years. I feel like we always support each other. We always kind of keep up with each other on what each other is doing. We root for each other. And
Mhm.
that's all you really need when you get older. You don't need someone that's going to text you and be up your butt 24/7. All have lives. So it's good to just have people in your life that like just support you mutually and you can get along with. You can have a good time with.
It's nice to know that you have people that won't get offended or, upset over not communicating 24/7. Because sometimes,
Right.
like, especially during peak season, I just go like nonverbal. Like,
Right.
I don't talk to anybody. My social spark is gone. My friends will text me, ask me to hang out, and I'm like, my social battery's at like a -6. I just don't think I can do it today.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
but you've definitely always been the one person that's like never held that over my head. You very
No.
much understand. And I think we both have a mutual respect for each other's work ethic because
Yeah,
you and I both, I think from day one, had this drive that a lot of people in our class did not have.
exactly.
So to see like where we are now versus back then is crazy.
It is insane. It is insane.
It,
I'm so thankful for my clients and my business and how far it's come and where it's going and everything and for you and your business. I mean, and it's cool because there's so many branches of hair. There's people that work in salons. There's people that do weddings. There's people that just do like photo shoots and styling for crazy types of stuff. There's so many different things I've found out.
Mhm.
In the hair field. But like I'm proud of us. We're doing good.
How do you think that we've stayed friends through everything?
I guess from what you were just saying, like we just, yeah, we have like a mutual respect for each other and our work ethic. And I feel like we're just like-minded people. I get along with people who are like old souls. I
Mhm.
feel like, yeah, like I feel like I don't have any friends in my life that aren't an old soul and very down to earth. And I feel like the ones that aren't kind of weed themselves out, and the ones that are like really stay around and stick with me, because you don't find a lot of people that are like that. You don't
Mhm.
find a lot of people that are like that and you have that connection with, So I feel like
Yeah.
that's kind of what keeps me connected to you and to some of my friends for sure.
What's one piece of advice you'd give your younger self knowing what we know now?
Rewrite your own story and don't give up, That's definitely what I would tell
It
our
gets
younger
better.
selves, my younger selves. What is it?
It gets better.
It gets better. Exactly. Yeah, it definitely gets better. Everything will be okay. That's definitely what I would tell myself when I was younger. Just, rewrite your own story and just create your own life. Just don't cry about it. Just like do it.
Yeah.
I wish I would have done things sooner sometimes and not been so scared to do things and
Mhm.
take the jump.
It's hard to
Yeah.
take that leap of faith when everyone is like telling you all the reasons why it's not going to work.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had lots of people doubt me.
Mhm.
Lots of people doubt, with everything, like just from my age and different things. And yeah, lots of people. But, that just helps you build your business, your character, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's something we thought mattered back then in cosmetology school, but it doesn't matter at all now, and probably never did?
I guess like some of the stuff they taught us, like what mattered, I guess.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I've
One,
done a single finger wave since I left cosmetology
yeah, the
school.
finger waves, all those things, like definitely have not come back. I remember they used to always say, like, don't show your clients the swatch books. Like, don't show them what it looks like. They used to say that all the time. I have only shown the swatch book. I have only shown the swatch book. I do tell them, like, this is not real hair, but to get an idea of what shade you're looking for and to look and to get on the same page, because somebody else's eyes and what they're seeing is not what you're seeing. It's
Mhm.
not. You have to kind of like, consult with them and really dive deep with them. So like having colors in front of them to both agree, that's the one, that looks good. I think that's great. But that's one thing they used to say all the time. Don't show them swatch buff. I remember that. And I'd be like, why? Like, I'm just
Yeah.
trying to figure out what they want.
What does having it together actually mean to you now?
I guess just literally keeping a roof over your head and keeping food on the table and keeping the water running and
Hmm.
keeping your life together. That's definitely what I think.
Yeah. Is there
That's
anything
everything.
is there anything now that maybe you didn't take as seriously back then that you're like, no, like this is my bread and butter. I can't function and my world is not going to keep turning if I don't do X, Y, and Z. Like, do you have a list of things that come to mind?
Like I meditate when I'm going through a lot, when I'm really stressed out. I really like to like get in tune with Mother Nature and really connect and really get grounded for sure. I feel like that's like a key in my life to like keep myself together. I think that's like a routine of mine that I practice that a lot. And I try to just have routines and just, be cleanly with things and keep things in order, because if your life is out of order, you're going to feel out of order.
Mhm.
If you don't take charge of your life and keep up with stuff, then you're just going to feel a mess. So it's just like good to really keep yourself grounded, get a routine. I eat very clean. I do things very organically with my hair color and stuff, and I live that way too. So I'm just very clean with everything. I think that's good to be that way.
I would agree. Be honest, did you ever think I was a little crazy for going all in on bridal work?
No. I never thought you were crazy. No, because I felt like you just weed out the things that you did not want to do. Like you weren't interested in doing all the hair color and hair cutting all day long, 24/7. That just did not pique your interest. You really liked doing all that other stuff. So I'm happy that you did that. I feel like
Yeah.
that was good. I feel like that was good for you.
Where are you
Yes.
at in the bridal planning process?
We've been trying to figure out a year, that we want to pick for our wedding. We just bought a home last year, so we've been like fixing that up a little bit. It's a fixer upper, so we've been working on that really hard. So I'm thinking probably like maybe June 2028.
Oh,
I would like to book it by the end of this year. I just finalized my bridal party and his party, and we paired everybody up. So that's exciting. So I'll
that's
be
very
asking
exciting.
everybody. Yeah. So in the next few years, we'll be doing everything, and of course, you're going to be doing everybody and helping me out. I always wanted you to do my hair and all my stuff. So you'll be included in that special day.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited. I can't wait because when you and your fiance started dating, I mean, you guys, I think, were already together when I met you in cosmetology school. And he used to come in for haircuts, and I would just watch the way that you two interacted with each other. And I was like, they're gonna get married. They're never gonna
Ah.
leave each other's side. Like they are in it to win it. You guys just had such a vision. And you might not have even realized that at the time. Like maybe it was in the back of your mind, maybe you had some conversations about it, but I could tell just from being in the presence of you two that you were completely head over heels in love with each other, and it was gonna
Aw.
happen one day or another.
Yes, yes.
So,
Young love definitely. It was definitely peaking around that time.
yeah.
Definitely peaking.
Do me a favor and just let everyone know where they can find you, where they can book you, and how they can get a service from you.
Okay, I was so honored to be on here today. Thank you so much for having me. It was so much fun. And you can find me on Instagram at holistico.studio. I'm also on the internet. You can look me up on Google, look us up. We have our website, and you can book directly through my phone number, call or text. And my phone number is listed on my social medias too. And then just feel free to follow me. I post content, and I'm also located in Runnymede, New Jersey, as a reminder. So if you're in the area and you're local, hit me up and come get some organic hair color and experience it.
All right, you guys. Before we wrap up, this episode was brought to you by Luigi's Pizza Fresca, home of the Blue Pizza, and officially our go-to during this Philadelphia Flyers playoff run. Because let's be real, second round energy means the games are intense, the nights are longer, and nobody is trying to cook. Whether you're hosting a watch party, feeding a group, or just need something that actually hits after yelling at your TV for 3 periods, Luigi's has you covered. Pizza, pasta, catering, all of it. They're open 7 days a week. The Marlton location is always a staple, and it's one of those places you just know is going to be good every single time. And don't forget, if you stop in, mention Pinned Up and Burnt Out for 15% off your order. Trust me, this playoff run just tastes better with Luigi's.